Hey, what's up guys? This is Johan. Welcome to another episode of Graz's Kitchen. Today's dish is a Zamboanga specialty that'll totally blow your mind with its flavors. It's Beef Kulma or Tausug Beef Curry. It's basically beef curry but with a more intense flavor profile, a bit of heat, and the addition of peanut butter. Before we begin, please consider subscribing to our channel if you enjoy watching easy-to-follow, authentic recipe videos. And also, if you could hit that like button, that would really help us grow and reach a larger audience. So yep, we would be very grateful if you could leave a like down below. Alright, let's get this started by preparing all of the needed ingredients for this dish. All of which, along with the measurements, have already been listed down for you in the description box below. We have here some white sugar, sliced ginger, curry powder, sliced garlic, peanut butter, coconut milk, white vinegar, beef bouillon cube, cumin, cinnamon powder, coriander, chili flakes, sliced onions, paprika, sea salt, and beef cut into 2x2 to 3x3 inch cubes. For this, we prefer chuck with an adequate amount of fat, which really adds a lot of flavor to this dish. But if you prefer less fat, we recommend the use of top round beef. Prior to cooking, we will first have to make our curry paste. So plug in your blender or food processor, then put in the onions, curry powder, ginger, garlic, cumin, coriander, paprika, cinnamon, chili flakes, white vinegar, and we will add about 3 tablespoons each of oil and water to the mixture to add some moisture, reduce its thickness, and ultimately make everything easier to blend together. Once all of these are in, thoroughly blend until homogeneous and turned into a fine paste. And let me tell you, this curry paste smell is out of this world. I bet you will want to taste it straight out of the blender. Alright, now onto the stove. Preheat about 3 tablespoons of cooking oil over medium-high heat. Then add the sliced beef to give it a slight sear. Constantly flip the beef to avoid over-browning and sticking. We want to make sure that the beef is slightly but evenly browned from all sides, like so. Once no pinkness is present on the exterior and fat starts to render, we can now pour in the curry paste that we've prepared earlier. Make sure to thoroughly mix until all of the beef pieces are evenly coated by the curry mixture. Now we maintain the heat and continue stirring until the sauce kind of reduces and better adheres to the meat. This also allows us to further cook the beef over medium-high heat to brown it a bit more. Now, what I want you to do is to pour about a cup of water into the blender, scrape all of that remaining curry paste, and add the liquid to the pan. We sure don't want to waste even a drop of that precious curry goodness. Let's add another half cup of water, add in the salt, white sugar, beef bouillon cube, and the peanut butter. Mix that up to dissolve the beef cube and to spread out the peanut butter until homogeneous. Now we can turn down the heat to medium and let the beef simmer in that golden liquid until perfectly tender. Throughout this process, make sure to occasionally stir the contents of the pan to make certain that nothing is sticking underneath. Okay, so you may be wondering why a lot of ingredients and spices were involved in creating the curry paste utilized for this recipe, despite already having a good quality pre-made curry powder to start with. The curry powder in itself already has all, if not more, of the spices we've added into the paste. However, adding the individual spices ourselves gives us tighter control over the amounts and ratios to come up with a curry that adheres better to our liking, with more intensity and depth of flavor, like the ones we used to have back in Zamboanga and Kuala Lumpur. Speaking of those places, a little bit of history on this dish. Beef Kulma is a Tausug or Muslim dish originating from the south of the Philippine archipelago, specifically from Zamboanga, which is highly accessible and greatly proximal to the Sabah state of Malaysia. Malaysian cuisine, as you might already know, is highly influenced by Chinese and Indian culture. A dish called Korma, also a curry dish, is known to have originated from India and Pakistan. Hence the speculation that Beef Kulma is the reimagined Filipino version of the Indian Korma, which it closely resembles, brought to the Philippines by the Malaysians. Before we carry on, I just want to say hi to Isabella and Lauren from Fontana, California, as these twin sisters have come to be some of our most avid fans. Their aunt told us that they usually wake up in the morning asking if we've uploaded a new video so that they could have their mom cook for them whatever dish it is that is featured in the video. Thank you, Isabella and Lauren. Okay, back to cooking. After about 30 to 45 minutes, check the beef to see if your preferred degree of tenderness has already been achieved. If not, add half-cup increments of water to continue the simmering process until you end up with your desired results. Just before we finish tenderizing the meat, now would be the best time to pour in the coconut milk so that we have sufficient time to let it develop its flavor and reduce along with the sauce, while also not being too early that we end up having the sauce sticking to the bottom of the pan while simmering due to the added thickness brought about by the coconut milk. This would also be an optimal time to balance out the flavors. So give your cooking a taste and see for yourself if you find anything to be lacking. If so, feel free to add salt, sugar, or both to calibrate the taste of the dish to your personal preference. Now that we've brought the beef to a perfect level of tenderness and have seasoned the dish to our liking, the only thing left to do is to let the curry simmer down until the sauce is thick enough, as shown here, or as you might prefer. Once this is done, move the contents of the pan into a serving dish, serve with freshly cooked white rice, and see for yourself why this Filipino rendition of the beef curry is unlike anything you've ever had and is just pure perfection in every way. I'm not even exaggerating here, it's really, really good. Give it a try. What recipe do you think we should make a video of next? Give us your ideas by leaving a comment down below, and we will try our best to make that possible. If you've had a good time watching this video, please don't hesitate to give us a like, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm to reach a larger audience. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe if these kinds of videos about food and cooking are your cup of tea, so that you don't miss any of our future uploads. Thank you for watching another episode of Graz's Kitchen. See you next time.